We're going to add our ground pork to some boiling water, and we're going to cook it for about 1 minute. When it looks like this, we're going to drain the water off and let it cool down. We're going to season our ground pork with some salt, sugar, white pepper, and a little bit of sesame oil. And then we're going to mix this in and break the pork up real good. For our thickening slurry, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of chicken stock to 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, or corn flour, depending upon where you live. And we're going to mix it up until there's no lumps left, and then we'll set it aside. Then we're going to add the green part of our green onion or scallion to 1 large egg, and we're going to lightly mix it up. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of oil to our hot wok, and we're going to swirl it around. Then we're going to add some garlic, ginger, and the white part of our green onion. Now we're going to add our seasoned pork. And at this point, the smell in the kitchen was amazing. We're going to add 1½ cups of low sodium chicken stock, and we're going to bring it to a boil. Now that we're up to a boil, I'm going to add in the shrimp. For some color, I'm going to add some peas. It's almost time for our thickening slurry, but see how it's kind of gummed up? Just stir it a little bit. It'll turn back into a liquid. There, see? That was easy. Now we'll add our slurry, mix it in, and let it sit on the heat for a second or two, let it do its thing. We're going to add ½ teaspoon of sesame oil. After that's mixed in, we're going to put our egg and green onion mixture, and we're going to let it set for a few seconds before we really do anything to it. And by doing that, the egg will form nice long threads. Then we're going to gently mix this up. More about stirring it around so that the heat disperses. You don't want to break all your threads up. We went all that work to make them. Then we'll plate it up. No fancy garnishes or anything, it's just how it is. Okay, so how does our shrimp and no lobster sauce taste? I hate to call it lobster sauce because there's not any in there, and I really don't want to be tricking anybody about what I'm serving them. But it is named shrimp and lobster sauce, so let's give it a try. That is what I remember. I can see why this dish was so popular. I wish it would go back to being popular because it really is a good dish. It's very simple, clean, excellent. Serve it over some rice and you'll be very happy.